Okay, so now that we have the upper together, we're gonna go ahead and stitch this. So again, this is the inside because this is where we have our seam. Normally we don't want our seam on the outside of the shoe, so this one we would normally keep clean. And then I'm gonna start my stitching on the inside, and I'm gonna start about here. Get another pin. I'm gonna start my stitch on the inside about here, and I'm going to be close to the top line. Last time I think some people were pretty far down. It's a little uncomfortable, but you've got to get close to the top line. Start here and stitch. Starting here, stitch all the way around the upper, across the center seam. Make sure you have this pulled in nice and tight together when you stitch across it, not opened up. If it is open, stitch across it this way so it holds it nice and tight. And then come back to this point, go through about 4 stitches and then cut it off. Hammer it down, no burning off and all of that stuff. That's what we're gonna do at this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and stitch this upper. All right, so now that the upper is stitched all the way around, you can see by how close it is to the top line. You wanna get yourself pretty close there all the way around, okay? In the back, you can see again, because this has not been skived properly, it's way too thick, it's still very bulky, so you can see these things, whereas if they are skived, you won't be able to, you just won't have this problem. The seam will sit nicely together when you stitch through it. But what we're going to do now is you would be getting ready to put your to do your lasting over your board. Here, I think I want to try this time to show you a different technique. So what we're going to do is leave a piece of lining, a long piece of lining here. So this is going to be left. So we'll leave the lining from here to here, but we're going to cut away from here to the other side. So I'm just going to open it and mark on the other side too. So basically I'm going to cut away this section. I'm going to leave a tab from here to here. And then I'm also going to leave a tab in the back to nail into. You can cut this away with scissors. You can cut it away with an X-Acto if you want to do that. So I'll cut here. Cut here, and we're going to go ahead and get rid of this area. So I'm really getting like on an angle here so that I can not cut the upper, but also cutting slightly under at an angle so I can cut the lining back so it won't be seen. Again, this is a little bit hard. It's pretty hard to do, but I would say at this point, if I was you kind of just starting out getting this, I would use scissors. It's gonna be a lot safer at that point. Okay, so now I have my excess lining cut away from here, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing here on the back section. Okay, so I'm gonna make my cut here and here. I'm going to cut out this section. Okay, and then I'm going to cut out this section also. Okay, so now that that's cut away, I'm leaving a little tab of lining here raised in the back that I can nail into. The same thing on the sides, leaving a tab of lining on the side that I can nail into. and on this side that I can nail into when I'm doing my lasting process. Okay. All right, so next thing, you want to tape the bottom of your last. If you didn't do that, cut your insole board out, and you're gonna get that ready and nail it onto the bottom of your last, like we did before. And then you're putting your 3 nails. After you cut that insole board out, you're gonna put 1, 2, 3 nails to hold your insole board on, and then we're gonna get ready to last, putting our upper over. So that will be our next step, is lasting this.